Okay, thank you so much for arranging the lectures and the training sessions in there. Today's topic is the household interview surveys. There's a partly currently ongoing person trip survey, which was conducted in the adjoining area of Nairobi cities. It is heard from the participants. Sound well? Yes, okay. Let me start again about training sessions about from the outline of the person trip survey. Yes. First of all, what is a person trip survey? Is to collect the information of daily trips. Who made the trips and why made the trip? To work, to school, to store, and for business. And where, from to, origin and destinations, and when, and the departure and arrival time, and how, what transport mode is used. According to these calculations of the sampled surveys and the OD table show the macro traffic in the city or city's metropolitan area will be developed. In Nairobi cities, the person trip survey was conducted in 2013, and the results are used for planning and development of public transport and road network development plan. Yes. This is a form of the person trip survey, which was conducted in 2013 in the new plan project. And this left one is a household information form. Yes, and how many vehicles are rented or owned by the household or household ownership or some typical information is collected. And according to the number of the persons in the household, some household personal information form is developed. Age, gender, and working address, school address, and occupancy, employment sector, monthly income. Some kind of information will be collected. And the trip information is more critical and complicated one, according to by the persons for the with older than 5 years old, and the daily trip informations. Yes, and where and the starting places, meaning so sometimes we asked at the 3 a.m. where are you? Yes, and many persons stay at home, so there must be the home. And there, please go to the trip is started when, and the trip is ended when. And what is the destinations of the first trip? Home, workplaces, and school or other locations. According to that kind of information, the daily trip information will be developed. And as the appendix, partly it is appendix, the perception forms according to the opinions of the traffics will be collected. This is partly from other project about the traffic safety, traffic congestions, and some things will be collected. Yes, and this current person trip surveys to reduce the travel cost, survey cost, and to the workload for the data codings, we applied the CAPI, Computer Assisted Personal Interview form is applied. And they utilize the mobile applications and the survey information. Time started is when, time of arrival is when, and the destination is when. Such kind of information, every information is collected by the surveyor's mobile phone. And some logical errors, for example, yes, they go to the workplaces, however, they are jobless or students. Such kind of logical error can be avoided from this computer form. Yes, this is the outline of the person trip survey. And I wanted to go back to the general information of the household interview survey. Yes, household interview survey is to conduct an interview in the households, not the person on the street. In that cases, the surveyor generally must visit their households and conducting the face-to-face interviews. Yes, surveyors visit household and conduct face-to-face interview, and we selected individual or representatives. Yes, and for the such kind of face-to-face interview, typical paper-based interview, what was conducted in New Plan, and the computer-assisted interview, which was conducted in this project, are there. And currently, this face-to-face interview is already not conducted in Japan because of some security issues. Security issues means, yes, in Japan, there's such kind of apartment, yes, house is closed, and unless this interview visitors make some phone calling or some making a passcode, they can't. They are not allowed to enter in the household. As a result, they can't even visit the household. And this is totally same within some area in NAIROBI. Yes, in some gated community, maybe the surveyor is stopped by the security at the gate. Yes, as a result, there is some difficulty to collect the high income samples. And so this is some squatters in the slums called as for example, the informal area. So in this area also, it is sometimes difficult for the surveyors to visit and conduct the surveys, and sometimes they will bring the expensive tablet to conduct the interview. Sometimes will get some troubles in other countries also. So the self-description survey, yes, the surveyor visits the households and distribute the papers and ask to fill in the answer about the sample questions. And the mail to distributions and the mail or web collections is already utilized, applied in Japan. This is the examples of the Japanese person trip interview survey results. And until the 2000, the visit to distributions and the visit to collection survey. Yes, as of the 1970s, the face-to-face interview survey is not conducted in Japan. Yes, everything is asked to the household members directly. And currently, I feel, is it possible in this country or not? Yes, they can understand the meaning of the survey in the following complicated survey form or not. And I'm not sure this country. So through such kind of difficulties in the most of some foreign countries, the face-to-face interview form survey methodology is utilized to reduce the cost as much as possible. The computer-assisted interview was correctly applied. However, in Japan, the mail to distributions and mail or web collection, yes. For example, according to the QR code, the samples are asked to visit the website and fill in the information. This is also one of the typical way to collect such kind of comprehensive survey. This is an example of the web-based survey form. Yes, surveyor must click and check. Yes, this is totally same with the previous paper-based person form. However, it is a little bit not easier for surveyors, and you can select from the destination and origin and destinations about of their daily trips. And the trip purpose can be selected from the some list. Yes, departure time, arrival time, and travel cost also. But like this, such kind of methodology is already applied in Japan also. And the second one is the so-called the application-based survey form. Yes, and but it is not succeeded in Japan also actually. And the mobile application is distributed, and the surveyor are requested to install the applications and asked to collect the household and the member informations and turn on the GPS device and the running in the background status and as of the end of the trip days, the trip information is automatically filled. But some parts cannot be filled in automatically. For example, the trip purpose or travel mode or some other items must be filled in manually. However, the all trip information, location information is already filled according to this applications. So the surveyors can't answer. And it is very was very useful for reduce the survey effort for the. However, according to this web Google Play Store, the number of installer is just 1,000 or 500. I'm not sure this is enough, but it is not succeeded yet. So there is some difficulties about conducting the person trip surveys. Yes. And for this is just the exercise, but I didn't request you to do here. However, when you consider to conduct similar survey in Nairobi city only, yes, the population is nearly 475 million, and the average household size is around 3. So there is nearly 1.6 million households. Yes, to collect the enough samples. Yes, face-to-face interview or some paper visit distributions and visit collection informations or mail to distributions or mail or web collections. Yes. But this yellow colored items are just tentative ones. However, according to such kind of target sampling rates, target number of samples can be estimated. And the so-called effective sampling rate must be considered according to the survey types. Face-to-face interviews is, of course, it must be 100% because the survey can't be completed unless the interview is finished. And the visit distribution and visit collection surveys, and some part must be not effective. So the nearly 25% must be deleted. And the mail to distributions, mail or web collections, in Japanese cases, only 30% can reply to this such kind of survey form. However, the unit cost must be different according to the number of surveyors to be mobilized. And if it is succeeded for the mail to distribution or mail or web collections, the survey travel total cost might be reduced. But I'm not sure about this unit cost in this country. So this is also tentative value. But this is the how can be utilized, how to conduct such kind of general household interview surveys. This is just a reference. Yes, and as of today, we have conducted person trip survey. However, I have so many issues and difficulties, and now we are trying to resolve with Mr. Samuel as our assistant. Yes, and this is the first and critical issues for the person trip survey. And principally, the household interview survey must be conducted from evening. Yes. This is so-called international common sense. Why? Only at the daytime, some of the samples are going out from the house. Yes. So the household interview survey for the face-to-face interview survey must be conducted during the times all household members are supposed to be at home. Yes. Then as a result, if it will be conducted during the daytimes, some representative, for example, the housewives or someone, must answer on behalf of for example, the persons who are going out to the school or workplaces. However, some surveyors and samples also misunderstood about my purpose. Yes, so sometimes they missed to answer the information of the persons who are going out. And this can be founded in the new plan study also. However, according to the sample distributions and the population pyramid in the housing census and the population collected samples, there is a very imbalance between the gender and the age groups. You can see the people's working age males and male and female in the younger age, meaning the student age, youth ages groups are very smaller than the actual statistics. It means well, sometimes it is according to the result of the bias. However, it is mainly due to these misunderstandings about the surveyors and samples. So I several times during this survey I conducted a briefing about with the surveyors. Yes, this is the issues for your survey. So that I would like you to try to best to correct all household members registered. So as a result, it is the situation is improved. However, there is some so that.
Well, I want to our citizens. That's all.
Yes. The next one is a definition of the trips. Yes. For example, assuming some persons 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. commuted from home to workplaces, and they make a business trip from workplaces, and then return to workplaces. And thereafter his work, the visiting shopping center on the way to home and go back to home. In total, there is 5 trips can be collected. So the 5 trip informations must be collected. The series of the trip journeys is called as the trips. However, some samples answer from 6 to 9 p.m. home to home. Yes, but the business trip is mainly to work purpose. Such kind of very strange trip records is collected. So this must be devised and by the phone calling, yes, to make a breakdown about their trip information. Such kind of misunderstandings. This is among the not only for surveyors matters, samples matter is also considered. So the surveyor must carefully to conduct such kind of survey to collect such daily trip informations. Otherwise, they make a very long jogging, yes, during the daytime. Such kind of misunderstanding. And in the making you the OD table, for example, there's the home in zone 1 and zone 1. There is only interzonal very long trips. And it can't be utilized for the demand forecasting results. It is also a very serious problem for the demand forecasting. And third one is sample distributions focusing on the income. Yes, as I stated, it is difficult to collect the samples for higher income group. Yes, for the surveyor tend to avoid to interview such kind of survey because the higher income group is very busy. Yes, so that they don't want to get such kind of long collections, and they are very sensitive about to share the personal or income informations because of the social issues. Yes, as a result, very lower income group calculations can be founded, and they use only public transport, regardless of the very rapid modernization in these cities. This one also must be avoided. Yes, and one of the critical advantage of the CAPI, computer assisted interview survey, and the result of the survey can be collected in real times. I don't need to wait about the survey result is encoded in the Excel files and check it. And as a result, there is so many only lower income groups. Already 12 persons joined. Thank you, everyone. I love you. And to avoid this information, currently samples is already concentrated in the low income group. So I would like you to try to collect higher income group also, according to the looks of the housing buildings or number of cars parked in this house. Such kind of methodology must be avoided, but must be conducted. And this is a hot note about this information's area sampling issues. Yes. And if for the household interview service, this one also, the critical point. Home informations, home address, home location. To answer the home location informations, surveyors are to be utilized the GPS functions. As a result, the location distributions of the household interview survey samples can be visualized. But as a result, yes, there's only seems that some samples, for the number in this map showing the household surveyor's ID. Yes, as a result, the surveyor 4 or surveyor 16 seems to conducted the household interview survey on the same building or adjoining building, the same streets. Yes. And when such kind of survey was conducted, and basically the surveyors must choose at least 3 different streets. And from these 3 streets, the surveyors must select the samples according to the population district. There as a social have a long variety of the personal or household attributes. For example, when there is a housing unit and for the lower income group, and the samples collected only for the lower income group housings. And as a result, the number of the attribute of the samples. Yes, this area is mainly lived by the student. This is a student zone. Yes, this is a conclusion. But if there is so many middle or high income group housings, the samples concentrating the only similar attributes must be avoided. Yes. But if there is only student is living in the same area zone, it is also okay. However, according to this locational distributions of the samples, this is not correct. So now yesterday, 2 days before, I visited the companies and showed some issues. And tomorrow also, I will give some training on the surveyors. Yes, that's all for the issues for the current issues for the person trip surveys. From these pages, I would like you to introduce about your analytical viewpoints, which came from their counterpart members, other issues or topics they are interested in. Then first of all, I will let me introduce about how we are ensuring the inclusivity, and the comment number 5, the gender of interviewees. According to the person trip survey, which was conducted in New Plan 2013, and I compare the trip ratio, number of trips per populations in the male population and the female populations. And you can see for the younger age groups, there is not so huge gap between male and female. However, as the population for the age groups more than 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 90, and 90 more, and the gap between male and females will be higher. It means elderly females doesn't tend to go out from the house. Next, show the modal share by vehicle ownerships and gender. For male, you can see the car owners show the nearly 60% of modal share in terms of the car. Yes, they're using the car. However, only for female, just the modal share by car is just 36%, and 25% is rely on the walking. And this is also one of the critical informations. And for the male and female, and for non-vehicle owner household also, the female rely on the walking. More than 50% is walk, and the males walk for it is just 41%. Why the females rely on the walkings? Yes, this shows the distributions by the travel distance. Yes, and the right, this is 0 kilometer. 0 kilometer meaning the very short intrazonal trips. And this 5, 10, 15, 20 is the distance in terms of the kilometer of the travels. Yes. Then and the results, then the females shows the very short trip distances. And this is the distributions by travel times. And according to, but this is a little bit unclear. However, the departure time and arrival times by gender can be compared. And as a result, slightly females need to go back to home earlier than males. And it is I think it is some maybe due to the security issues. Female must go home earlier. Yes, yes, or to take care of children to cook, or some. Of course, there is some security reasons. Yes. So as a summary, the females in Nairobi maybe tend to make less trips, especially for older groups, and rely on walking, not to use public transport and private vehicles, even for the vehicle-owning households, and have shorter trip distributions and have shorter time of activities, needing to go back earlier. Yes, and I'm not sure it is wrong or not. It is right things or not right things. However, there may be the barriers in the mobility for the female, and the removal of the barriers might contribute for further economic growth. But I'm not sure. Under the females work more, or and for example, my wife doesn't work, so that she is requesting to let me quit a job. So. Yes, I want to stay in the bed for a day, for a week, for a month. Every time she says. However, this is a critical issues must be discussed, and this is one of the. I need to cut in the record. And this is the critical information for the discussion about to ensure to remove the mobility gap in terms of gender. Not only for the gender, for example, you can watch about the age groups or something, or with partly for example, the physical disability. Such kind of discussions can be conducted through such kind of method analysis from the person trip survey. And second one is mainly from the Jameson. Yes, obtaining production and trip attraction data from the commercial zones. Yes, this is also one of the exercises conducted in Japan and other countries also. Yes, and currently in some think tanks in Japan have shown the criteria of the central business zone. Yes, central business zone and the higher business trip attractions and higher intrazonal business trip rates. And of course, higher day and night population ratio. Yes, and I showed some informations, and this figure shows the density of the business trip attraction number. How many persons come to this area in the business purpose? Yes, can be shown. And this figure is Chiyodaku, meaning the central site of the Tokyo, and it is considered that there is a central government in Japan. And Shinjuku is located in my company also. And this is called as a business district. Yes, this is Chiyodaku and Shinjuku. And Shibuya is also for the commercial district, very famous in Japan. Well, such kind of items can be shown from the results of the person trip surveys. And then the connectivity between the following CBDs also notables. And according to these results, measuring then the Chiyodaku have a very high gravity about the between these CBDs in Tokyo along the Yamanote line. And as a result, there is so many huge business trips between these zones, these CBDs also. But this is also one of the critical implications about for the discussions about the public transport plannings and the road transport plannings. And this one is also same exercises conducted in NAIROBI's new plans data. You can see, obviously this is a Nairobi city centers have a very red color. This is the Nairobi city center, is right? Yes. Yes. But only this area, actually this area is they're much higher than other zones. Yes, but the color is a little bit unclear. However, anyway, the zone one, the central zone is shown. Only central zone have a very high densities of the business trips, and not only for this area, along the northwest east corridors. This is airport. Airport. Yes, of course, there is no business trip airport. A very sensitive. Very good location, sensitive sites. If it is, if this site can be developed as in terms of the commercial or business, it will be a very big commercial areas to distribute the density of the working density in Nairobi city centers. But anyway, there is northeast sites that business trip demand is accumulated. As a result, so the BRT line 2 is considered as a major and prioritized project in these cities. How about 3? As a result, so developing the BRT line 2 must be the prioritized, and the so-called feeder transport development also must be enhanced to catch up such kind of demands. Yes. And for example, and validates the land capacity to expected job opportunities also must be conducted. For example, this is from the United States planning handbook. Yes, there is some land of the planned site area, for example, 90 area, and along this area, the floor area ratio, yes, floor area per land must be assumed, and how many persons, how many floor, how many floors will be utilized for the specific purpose, office use or retail use, and in this planning handbooks, and how, for example, one office worker will occupy the 56 square meter of the floor area, and the retail is much more bigger. So such kind of, according to such kind of examination formulations, then the planned employees, there is a 2,000 office workers job opportunities and retail workers opportunities can be estimated. And when such kind of plan, yes, and that's why I'm requesting the adjoining counties about the spatial development plan to conduct target years demand forecasting models. And according to the number of workers at the office space or students or number of employees, the trip generation model and trip attraction model will be developed. And now I'm finding about such kind of information to estimate the estimated expected floor area in this site, like this. And one of the critical points is so-called urban spatial structures. Yes. And according to the shape of the spatial structure in the metropolitan area level, the trip characteristics in the cities also might be different. And this is very critical issues for the demand forecasting. Yes. And the NAIROBI cities can be concluded. This is a classical monocentric models. Yes. And if the NAIROBI city or NAIROBI county as a metropolitan area levels, so-called sub-urban village model in the sub-course models is developed, such kind of over concentrations among the NAIROBI city centers is reduced. And the demand forecasting model result is very different between A and B, A and C, A and D. So and that's why I would like to emphasize that there is some necessity to discuss about the spatial structures of the NAIROBI metropolitan area. Yes, and this is a critical viewpoint. So there are only NAMATA or transport authorities conducting demand forecasting is not successful. Yes, discussions among but I'm not sure there is a urban planning or urban development authorities. State department. Yes. Yes, so the involvement is necessary, And third viewpoint is I realized there is some issues today morning, so I prepared in 15 minutes. So let me arrow. Yes, and for the individual transport cost, example the public transport fare and the fuel and parking charges and the maintenance cost, how to collect is for the daily transport cost in terms of the fare and the parking fee. Must be collected, shall be collected from the person trip survey also in like this. Actually, it is not included in the previous new plan study. So, but anyway, and there is some definitions. Yes, the fuel cost or daily or annual monthly maintenance cost is included for the travel cost among the individuals. It is also critical viewpoint for the demand forecasting and public transport plannings. And basically, in my understandings, and when you choose the travel modes according to the travel time and the travel cost, parking fee and partly fuel fee is only considered, but sometimes no one considers a fuel fee as a transport cost. Yes, when bus is used, it is 100 shillings. When you use a car, or parking fee is 200, but sometimes, fuel cost must be included. However, in the mode choice stages, fuel cost is forgotten by the trip makers. So as a result, when you developing the modal split models, such kind of travel cost is not included. So the fuel cost is not important. It's not right. Yes. So according to the demand forecasting stages, there is some economic impact of some transport project must be discussed. What is the economic cost of some project can be considered as a vehicle operating cost. VOC, yes, and travel time cost, yes, travel time cost. For example, with a project and without a project, travel time and travel distance per persons must be different, must be changed. And the vehicle operating costs, including the fuel and the oil oil cost and tires expenditure cost and daily repair cost and depreciation cost and capital opportunity cost, meaning when the car is invested to the bank, how much can be collected. Such kind of very complicated methodology is also included as items of vehicle operating cost and the crew cost, meaning for the bus driver or small truck or big trucks. And overhead cost is also included. When the car is a project, for example, expressway is constructed, the travel cost and the travel times and average travel distance, travel speed is improved in terms of the speed is improved. The unit cost per kilometer must be decreased according to the travel distance. For example, and the main component of the VOC is fuel cost. And you know the fuel consumption ratio is higher for the very slow driving. So the travel speed is increased. The vehicle operating cost must be saved. Then the accumulations of the reduction impact of the VOC, and it will be considered as an economic impact of this project. And second one, travel time cost is more simple. Yes, when the travel time is reduced, and since 1 hour to 30 minutes for the citizens, yes, this travel time saving effect impact can be converted in the currency. Yes, and there is some income the approaches to collect the travel time cost is that there is an income approach. Income approach means travel time cost per 1 hour equal income per hour. Yes, due to the traffic congestions, yes, 1 hour is roasted by people. So that this roasted 1 hour can be used to work more. So the income must be increased per 1 hour. However, this alpha is different by the trip purpose. Yes. If for the private trips, this reduction ratio is applied. And especially for the business trips, you can't be delayed. Yes, that's why this values must be higher. To commuting trips is not so high as of the business trips. So some reduction ratio is applied. Such kind of very simple applications can be conducted. And when the only income approach is considered, some lecturer or doctors, professor blamed to me, yes, there is some preference approach apart from the income approach. Preference approach means similar with some definitions of the willingness to pay. Yes, when you can reduce the travel time 1 hour to 30 minutes, how much you can pay. Yes, this is the mode choice of the ground road and expressway, similar to the ground road and the expressway choice activities. And according to some preference, yes, of the citizens, the travel time also can be collected. And the next one is the critical issues of the availability of public transport facility in the area and the first and last mile trip. Yes. And according to this person trip survey forms, yes, from origin and not only for the origin and destinations, yes, how to get to the trips must be also collected. Yes, left the home and go to the main street by work. And pick up by Boda Boda and access to the bus stop. I'm not sure such kind of trips can be considered. However, the boarded and the buses and alighted at other bus stops. And picked up Boda Boda and access to the site. And walked to the destinations, the friend's house. Such kind of series of trips is called as a linked trip. And following each 5 components of the trips is called as the unlinked trips. Yes. And for the when you develop in the OD table, only zone 1 to zone 6 is collected. And the trip is made by just a bus. Yes. According to the definitions of the representative mode. And when you can draftly set the priorities by modes. And among these modes, choose the modes and which mode have a show high priorities. Railway is highest. Bus is followed by bus and other other personal-based transport and other small transport. But such kind of definition might be changed by the cities. However, for example, when you take Boda Boda for 2 hours and bus is just 30 minutes, in that cases, representative mode is what? Bus. Yes. I already did right. Yes, representative mode is defined regardless of travel time and distance. Yes, so that this is also critical issues of the public demand forecasting models. However, this is a typical way. So I would like you to realize it. Yes, so according to this number, according to the number of unlinked trips, the travel modes can be summarized like this. For example, this is just one example of the person trip survey result. However, among the nearly 1,200 trips, nearly half is by walking. Yes. And on the other hand, 160 is made by Boda Boda, and 120 and nearly 230 is made by public buses. And for Boda Boda, yes, one advantage is door-to-door service is considered. So they only reported only one unlinked trips. On the other hand, public transport is basically require the access or egress trips. So the number of unlinked trips must be 3 or 2 because there is some access trip activities. So currently some samples answered, they use a Matatu or buses. However, the unlinked trip is just only one. Sometimes it can be seen. Yes, my house is in front of bus stops and my workplace is in front of bus stop. It is okay. Very convenient places. So, however, in these countries, sometimes you need to walk. And in this person trip survey, walking longer than 200 meters is asked to be reported. But this is, and according to this result, how to access the bus stop is also collected. And this is an example in the Yokohama National University's engineering degree graduated. Yes, currently this professor is very interested was in the public transport, and they invited bus route inside of the campus. As a result, the student can go from the station to the campus inside of the universities. And in that cases, they don't need to walk anymore. So they can report it, only directly go by buses from the origin to the destinations. So but some such kind of cases not familiar in these countries. So how to walking and how to make egress trips is also critical in this country. So I would like the samples to collect the answers. And when the samples is choose the buses, walking trips, and how long did you walk is also collected. And according to this result, in this persons living in this zone, they need to walk very long trip very walking trip for the bus service can be collected. This is also one of the planning viewpoints. Yes, there are issues for the accessibility for the public transport. So it must be improved. Such kind of discussion also can be conducted in these cities. Yes, and this is a result examples of the access and egress modes for the railway users in some countries. Yes, this is in the Tokyo metropolitan area. Nearly 80% access or egress, make access or egress by to the railway by walking. And someone is made by the public transport, 80.7%. Such kind of results can be shown. And on the other hand, in the Metro Manila, in Philippines, this is a so very limited railway network compared with Tokyo. And the share by walking access is 40.4%. It is much smaller than Tokyo. This is currently due to the density of the railway network. On the other hand, surprisingly, 75% access to the railway by public transport. It's a very good, might be the good information. Yes, the railways access. But it is apparently due to the limited connectivities of the public transport. Yes, on the other hand, Yangon in the Myanmar have a very limited railway network, and the railway ridership is also quite lower. On the other hand, this one also walking access and egress ratio is much higher than the Metro Manila and similar to the Tokyo. So this is only the persons along the railway can access to this railway service. So must be improved to enhance or transfer. But such kind of analysis can be conducted according to the person trip survey results. And for the transfer point is also collected in this demand forecasting person trip surveys. However, not only for making OD tables, such kind of where did you get the transfer is also critical policy implications. And if the samples collected, I got a bus in zone 112. Yes, in some cases, so that it can be concluded that he get a bus somewhere in the zone. It is a little bit it is difficult to analyze. For example, some samples get at some street names and address. And for example, some samples can answer by the GPS informations. As a result, in this zone, which point is utilized as a bus stop locations or not can be analyzed. As a result, for example, this area is used as a transit zone, so there must be developed priority. Or this zone is populated, however, there is no bus stop information, so must be developed. Such kind of policy implications also can be utilized according to the person trip survey. So the person trip survey is not only for making OD tables. The various policy implication discussions is conducted by utilization. ちょっと喋りすぎた。And the next one is the travel frequency. Yes, it's a very, very simple paper is developed. Yes, person trip survey is asked for set of information of the daily movement. Yes, so the travel frequency, including the per day, per week, per month, only per day can be collected. Yes, and the one of the day critical information is the trip ratio by the household vehicle ownerships. Yes, among this house, the results, the vehicle, according to the vehicle ownership, there is no difference between car owner, motorcycle owner, and non-owners. However, the trip ratio by the walking trip and public transport trip is show a much very high gap between the car owners and non-owners. And this gap is much higher than other large cities in this city. So it means that non-owners but really don't want to walk if possible. That's why when you be the car owner or motorcycle owner, they don't walk. Yes. So that it will be they have a potential to rely on the private vehicles. If you are a car owner, I never use Matatu. I never walk also. This is the so-called potential of the so-called private vehicle dependent cities in these countries. And it is partly due to the very congested streets and the risks about the walking, especially for foreigner like me. Then this is issues for the public transport planning in this country, so that can be utilized. And let me go back to the how to collect the travel frequencies. And collecting multi-day data, yes, weekly, monthly, also provides the richest informations, which is not simply captured by the one-day survey, including the person trip survey. However, the example of the large-scale multi-day household travel surveys are relatively rare than the one-day trips. So in this city also, it is very difficult to conduct the very comprehensive or large-scale multi-day household travel survey. So, but I would like you to keep in mind. And for the questions on the travel frequencies is also can be collected as some attachment of some perception surveys like this. Yes, according to the bus Matatu or some Boda Boda is used in the what kind of frequency can be asked. And this is the last viewpoint. Yes. Yes, I collected the questionnaire form yesterday, distributed yesterday, and 10 samples, only 10 samples joining this surveys. Yes, and according to this result, and this is show the average score. Very poor is 1.1 and very good is 0.5. And you can see the private car and motorcycles have private cars has a very high evaluations in terms of the speed, security, safety, and the level of comfort, not only for the economies, affordabilities. And the motorcycles, the travel speed is same with the private car. However, the other aspect is very lower. It means that the evaluations in terms of the some parties have some difficulties for other mobilities. And Matatu and Boda Boda, there is no needless to say. Yes, very bad. However, I'm not sure that safety issues is better than motorcycles and Boda Boda. This is also good implications. And according to this result, and with this evaluation of each public transport, which aspect is more important for you, also collected. And how to get this priority is have a very various way. You can choose the 1 or 3 most important one, or like this, make a ranking among these 5 aspects. However, and when you get some weights, and for example, rank 1 is considered as a 0.5, rank 2 is 0.4, rank 3 is 0.3, and this can be weighted as the so-called overall evaluations. You can see that the private car have an advantage in terms of the speed, punctuality. However, not so many people have priorities in the speed and punctuality. As a result, the overall evaluation is less than the evaluations of the travel speed. Among this result and compared with actually used transport modes, yes, you are car owners, and that evaluate. So car is highly evaluated. Such kind of bias can be considered, and from such kind of analysis the preferred mode in these cities, and the reason for the travel mode is chosen can be analysis. But this is very, very simple, and there's not established way to check such kind of analysis. However, this is just examples I would like you to share. Okay, 1 hour is corrected. Thank you so much. And if there is any comments or issues, I would like you to invite.